is all wrong. I don't know how people do this. Okay. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Jesus. Hey, everyone. How's it going? My name is James Melvin, and I will be the new WIUR president for the spring 2024 to 2025. I kind of just wanted to take this time to do a bit of a year in recap, like a year end recap, I guess, to go over some of the highlights from this year, both on campus at Iona and also off campus with everything going on. And more importantly, to just take a second to thank you and all of the listeners, all the supporters of WIUR. You guys have been great. And I want to give a quick shout out to Ball Knowers that happened a little earlier today. They were technically like the last show that is going to be filmed in this studio. We're at the ground floor of La Penta Student Union. So I just wanted to give them credit for the amazing work that both Luke and Cameron have done with WIUR. And congratulations to Luke Dolan, who is going to be on the WIUR board next year. And as you can see here, we've begun dismantling the station. So we're really excited, and I wanted to direct all of you to our new upcoming station that will be located on the third floor of the Murphy Center building. So we will be joining the rest of the mass communications department, situated just just down the hall from IUTV. So I'm hoping that with that going on and with the new location and a new e-board, we will miss Oliver and remember everyone from the past. But we look ahead, and I'm so excited about it. And I have a class requirement to film a radio show and get the best bits of that. I didn't do that. So we are going to speed run through the year of some of my favorite things that have happened, some really interesting headlines, and I'm going to change outfits to make it look like I've been doing this for a very long time, even though I haven't. So without further ado, to anyone that's watching this, watch me ramble for class for the next hour while I change outfits and pretend like this is all brand new. So, so the first thing to talk about, we will be moving, and I'm really excited about it, but there's a lot of big changes coming to campus overall. The entire ground floor of La Penta is going to be redone. Iona University is getting a new dining hall that will be ready by the spring of 2025. So that'll be really exciting for all of you incoming students, but also returners that are going to be here. So that's really exciting. But because of the changes with the dining hall, WIUR has to find a new home. So we will be going to the third floor of Murphy. There's a great studio that's being made, and I think it'll look really good. And I've been keeping up with it the entire process, and I'm really excited to move everything into there and also to go over potentially some new formats. I don't know. I want to see where we're going to go with it. So it'll be really exciting to see that. And I'll be doing that with the e-board for next year. So congratulations to everyone: Tim, Alex, Emily, Luke, Connor, Gabby. It's a great team and a great group of people to work with. So we have a lot of ideas for next semester that hopefully are going to get implemented, and I don't get yelled at for not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's at least the hope. So yeah, get excited. Spring 2025, new dining halls, new Spellman area. I think there's some new dining options, but the biggest change is just they're going to transition, especially from next fall. A lot of the food and dining options that are in La Penta Student Union currently at the New Rochelle campus, a lot of that's going to be transferred over to Spellman. The ground floor of Vitanza cafeteria is going to get pretty packed with everything, but I've heard they're looking at some new options of how to, like, order and get food and everything, so that'll be really exciting to see how it is, and, I mean, I don't know how any of it's gonna go, but, it's nice to kinda see changes. I remember my freshman year coming into Iona, the Murphy parking lot was a parking lot, and now it's the Murphy Green, and it took quite a time for the construction and everything to get put in, but I've never seen it as a parking lot, but I can say, like, the Murphy Green is one of the better additions to come to the Nourishell campus. So, it's nice that it kinda is always getting, like, updated, and you get to know where your money's going because everyone wants to know that. So, yeah. Um, I think that'll do it for this segment of Iona news. Nothing new from the Bronxville campus. I have no idea what goes on over there, so we'll have to see the changes and everything that goes there. But like I said, to keep it consistent, to make it look like I've been doing this all year, we're gonna hope that no one notices all that down. But I'm gonna do a quick outfit change so that way it doesn't look like I'm wearing the exact same thing the entire time. And we'll transition to the next topic soon. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move. Okay. So then I'll move over here for like the rest of this. This is such an awkward placement. I will have to say, going in now that we know we're getting a new location, I'm excited to finally move the webcam because I've just never understood why, like, the whole room is on display. You don't need to see the whole room. And some people are like okay to just completely change it, but then others think that it's like off limits to move the camera to a place that can see everyone. But I'm glad to know that next year, like, we've been able to talk about how a lot of the shows, if you have any guest, you can't see me now. I don't understand it. So I don't want to throw shade at whoever put the camera there, but I don't know. It's a problem that will be solved in the new place. So I'm excited about that. Um Overall news, there's been a lot of oh, hi Luke. Yeah. I'm doing class right now, but I hope you have a good time as well, Luke. This is going to be everything in my radio reel. So I'm hoping I'm hoping too, because it's also really annoying. So I didn't do a radio show for the majority of the semester because I have to watch other people's radio shows. And so it was really annoying that we couldn't get the production end to have a working microphone because for so many of my shows, like, I interacted with the people that were on them. I know I watched Ball Knowers with Luke and Cameron. Um I can't remember too many from last semester because there's a lot. But I watched Ball Knowers with Luke and Cameron. I remember Nico's show when John was still here, 2 point conversion. Like, they would always try to like clue me in on some of the conversations. And we had the NFL draft the other night, and it was just so awkward having to like sit and just listen to people talk when like I know who they are. Like, it's not even like podcast where you can enjoy it. Like, you just get to sit and like watch people that you know talk. um, and I guess I probably could have joined some of the shows, but we have the mic on the production end. I just don't know why it didn't work. Because like everything that happens, it's all set up to be great, and then it just never works out. So I'm hoping that next semester, um, we'll have some understanding. Not understanding. There's still no mic that's in the production studio, so I'm still not getting my way. But I'll find new things that I can complain about. Um, but yeah, current topics. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening on college campuses. Not here as much. Iona's not about that like political strife. that other universities seem to be at, which I don't know, is kind of nice. Like we just have like events that people do. So it's nice to like, it's obviously nice that people can do what they want and be involved in all that, but yeah, definitely not around here. I don't see why. That's just not happening. But what else happened this year that was memorable? Um God, I don't know. What even happened? This year was such a blur, and not even just like 2024, because we've just started and it already is like weird. But I just mean like this academic year was so weird. Junior year is when people say it, like college really gets you, and that was so true. I don't think I did like anything. It's weird to think I've been here for so many months because it doesn't feel like that. And now I'm like going home again, and that's also like still surreal that like everything has happened. But I don't know. It'll be good. It'll be good to get off campus. We're hoping for it eventually. I'm trying to think of what else happened. What could I put in a radio reel if I was to create? Because I have to just come up with highlights, but I didn't do the show, so now I have to like pretend that I am creating like highlights. So I'm just gonna get like really excited about certain topics and pretend that I did in fact do it the entire time. Um, I'm really excited to go over. I want to go through the um frightening frequencies, was it? We did for the first time. We always do festive frequencies, which is like our Christmas time event, but we did frightening frequencies. So that was pretty fun to do. And we had submissions for people to do like 2 sentence horror stories. I think that'll be like fun to try and like figure something out next year now that we're going to be in like a new spot. Like maybe we can utilize I just you hate bringing people in here because it's absolutely packed and it's so hot with all these lights, and I just like can't deal with it sometimes. So that'll be fun. Yeah, trying to think of what else I could do. Hmm. What else is there to talk about? I don't know because I feel like that's what did I even do? I feel like I didn't even do anything. It's just it was so cold for so long. I don't know. I get seasonal depression really bad, and so I just remember it being so cold for so long, and I just lost all motivation to do everything. So now that it's getting warm again, I feel like I have a lot of that motivation back. But for a while, it was really touch and go. So yeah. Did I break everything? Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah. We're changing times, and because of that, we're changing into a new I don't know. I'm just gonna think of really fun things to talk about. Hey, that Fallout show's coming out. I heard that's supposed to be pretty good. It's coming out on Amazon, so I'll have to re-find my Amazon information. But I'm pretty excited because it's supposed to be one for one to the game, or at least as one for one as you can get as a game adaptation into a TV show, which is normally like not pretty good, but I feel like this one could be pretty good. So I'm excited about that. That's something that'll be really good and fun to do and to watch. I think it'll be good. I have to say, oh, I watched Hunter's show. Oh yeah, Hunter's show was pretty good too. He comes in and he talks about movies and reviews, and he does it all on his lonesome. And I've never met someone so, I feel like, cinephile. Isn't that it? When you watch a lot of movies and TV shows, I think they call you a cinephile, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he'd come in every week. And I think I'm gonna miss that show too. I don't know if Hunter's coming back, but hopefully someone else will do like a media show. I feel like we have a really wide berth of shows on WIUR. It's just that none of them ever talk to each other except the sports shows. But I don't know anything about sports, so I always feel very left out. Um, but yeah, I'll probably try and start something next year, maybe. I don't like broadcast as much as I feel like I should for someone that's in charge of like a radio club. Um, but we'll have to see. I'm not too worried about it if I get one or not. I'm excited for IUTV next year. I feel like they're going to do a lot of good work. Jordan and Liz are like great people, and we're going to be neighbors soon. And I'm so excited. It's so weird having to like have show people like a media tour, and you start at Starbucks and you end up on the other side of the campus and are like, this is the media department. I will miss being in the student union, but I have more of a feeling that if we were to ever go to Murphy, it would be a lot better because I wish there was more of like a central hub for media students, because it is like not the biggest major. I wish I knew how many people were in the media like program, because you meet a lot of people just in classes, but like my class sizes are only like 20 people. And I think there's more than 20 people that are studying media at Iona. At least I hope. Um, but yeah, I think it'll be nice having like new neighbors. I'll probably bug them a lot more often too. I'm hoping that there will be a much larger overlap between the 2 clubs. I know in last year, like, Cameron and Teodora did a really good job of, like, if you were in one, like, you were never just in one club, you kinda were in both clubs. A lot of the TV personnel had radio shows, and I'm hoping to kinda push some of the people that do radio shows into the TV department so they can get used to kind of like taking in footage and like editing it down. Cause this whole like sit here and talk for an hour, like your Joe Rogan, is super fun, but oh my God, it's like draining. Props to anyone that can do this every week. I just can't. I don't think I have enough information to talk about. And people have friends, but I don't really do friends because people scare me. And so instead, here I am cramming like a semester's worth of show into one goodbye broadcast. But it's okay because I don't know. I guess I'm just hoping for the best. But yeah, I think I'm going to sit in another chair for this next one. I'm trying to think. I have another outfit. I'm hoping my jeans aren't in this because that's going to be really hard to explain. But I could probably sit in this chair and just take my hoodie down. And maybe that'll make it look like I'm not just in the exact same position. I'm gonna try to like crop as much as I can. You're definitely gonna be able to tell that there isn't a board, and that's what I'm really worried about. So we'll have to see. I like this chair. Ow. Do that like that, and then you can just have this one like over there. Take this off. Jeans, no jeans. I don't know why hosts don't sit. So there's a new table that's coming in too, and this is like really awkward to sit at if you have multiple people. But it was always kind of weird that hosts, everyone has like assigned seats whenever they do shows, but it's kind of weird to try and like talk to people. But I don't know. I guess like if I was a host, I wouldn't want to be here either. And then you just end up blocking the people next to you. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't even know if I did have to pick a webcam location, like where I would put it. 'Cause you can't even put it on the monitor because the monitor is like right where I'm pointing. And that would just be crazy to have it there because then you wouldn't see anyone. And you kind of have to point it where all of the mics are. I guess maybe you could have moved that one. It's just weird to like have a show and not sit in front of the board, but it's also weird that you have a show and sit in front of the board. I've never been to a place that does radio quite like Iona. A real special place. That's what I would use to describe it. What else is there? I might hang that board up again. Set the scene. That'd look good. I really hope no one pays too close attention to this and notices that there's like a board and then there's like not a board. Because I don't know if that's going to make it better or worse to make it look like it is different or if it'll make it look more authentic there being a board up there. Because everyone else is going to have that board up there. So we'll have to see. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get a grade. I just want to get a grade and pass. So currently the mood that we're at. What else was there? Yeah, I think we got to do more. I'm excited to potentially do more events on campus with WIUR. I think it'd be good to even have someone just do interviews for it. I know things always get really like touchy feely because like we don't want to like we can't do interviews because like that's what IUTV does. So I'm hoping that there might be a way to at least like collaborate people. So then like even if you make something and you go and you like do interviews with people on campus, like whenever something is going on, that even if you like end up just giving the stuff to IUTV and they use it for their thing, hopefully that just gets people in the mindset of like making stuff for the clubs and then we can try to like go from there. But I don't know. I feel like there's always so much going on campus and I either don't know what's happening or I know everything that's happening and I just feel very overwhelmed. I got to get like a good middle ground for it. I think that would be really good. Yeah. Um yeah, I don't know, man. It's very intimidating having people walk behind you during a show because you never know if they're gonna. And tours do it all the time too, where they'll like stop and stare, and it gives that like fishbowl effect. And I hate that. Like I hate feeling like I'm in a zoo and people are just like staring at me. They do it with tours all the time. Like I don't mean anything wrong. Like I understand you have to have tours on a college campus so people can see what's going on. It is the most like fishbowl effect ever. Like, you don't know how many times I've just been trying to make breakfast in my kitchen and it's like 12 p.m. and that's when I'm having breakfast and 30 random people just flood the kitchen and start staring and they're like, you use the kitchen often? It's like, I just want pancakes. I'm definitely cropping a lot of this. I feel like that would be the best way to fix it is if I just like zoom in. I'd like that. Maybe a guest. I just don't know who has an hour out of their day to come and talk about like absolutely nothing. I wouldn't want to do this every week. If you did a show at WIUR this year and you could talk for an hour about whatever topic, I condone you because everyone always says it's so much easier. than it actually is. Because I just could never do this like every week. I would be so intimidated to like not run out of stuff to talk about. So good for all of you that did one. And do one next year. It'll be so much fun. In new location too. A camera that's actually pointing at people. We'll have to see. I did, in fact, bring 6 different hoodies so that I did bring a bunch of different hoodies so that it looks like I changed throughout the entire process. That's so apparent that there's nothing there and it used to be there. So I'm going to crop all of these. And if anyone asks, it's because I didn't find a co host and I didn't feel the need for there to be 6 different microphones showing for absolutely no reason. There's only 2, but still, I will have to do that. Been going for like 26 minutes. I hope there's enough footage in here for me to do this. I thought I'd be able to do one for class. I kind of forgot that I had to like do one consecutively on my own. I'm going for 26 minutes and it feels like I've been doing this for a semester. It's just how it is, I guess. But yeah. Oh, I watched Anthony's show too. I totally forgot about that. I watched a lot of shows. That's what I mean. I just feel like as time goes by, it's so much of a blur of what you've been doing and what you haven't been doing, and then you get caught up trying to figure out like what's going on. Because I feel like I just don't know what's going on ever, like at all, and it's scary. But who knows? Maybe I'll do like a rambling one next year of me getting on. I want to preferably have not podcast stuff. And do more like talk radio because it's a radio club. And it's really awkward to explain to people that you run a radio club that doesn't do radio, it does podcasts. That could be shortened into one sentence, which is we're a radio club and we do radio stuff. But I'm just saying, who am I to judge? I guess I am going to have to figure that out though for next year of what people want to do and the type of content that they're going to want to make. We should burn stuff on CDs again. What happened to CDs? I feel like I never used them. It was so annoying. Like CDs came and went so fast because the CD came out and it was like, oh my God, I can get like a CD and I can get all my music on my CD. But I used them for movies and I had the DVD player. But then I just got an iPod. So I don't know if I just missed CDs or if that's really just how fast. Because then it's like, oh, you get an iPod and you can download all the music. Got the iPod and then boom, iTunes. Technology moves really fast. And soon I'm going to be like outdated on some of the stuff. And people keep telling me like I'm the generation that's going to get how to use like social media and how to use technology properly and how to navigate myself in the world of like a digital landscape. I don't know anything. So please don't ask me. Um I was going to take this time to go over headlines of like important news events. So I don't know if I want to start with this year. I want to go back to the fall. I'm trying to think of what happened in the world that was like super cool to talk about because there was a lot of stuff that happened that I didn't watch. How about that Super Bowl though? It's crazy, right? Um, Yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of why I'm envious of like IUTV because you film for like an hour, but you only really use like 10 minutes of it. Even then, if you're using 10 minutes of footage, like I'm only listening for the first 30 seconds and then the rest, like I'm just letting it play. Let's be honest. Like I'm not listening to any of that, but at least you have it. I'm still giving you the view because I'm watching it. I'll leave a like, but I don't know how much of it is going into the brain and sitting there and then resonating and connecting the neurons into me understanding what's happening. Because most of my day is just leaving my brain on open and then just like filtering out all the stuff that I don't need at the end of the day. It's super healthy. You should try it sometime. Is this mic on? Oh yeah, it's just very quiet. I gotta speak into it more. Um, yeah, I don't even know. So we're approaching the half hour mark. 7. I have something to do at 7. I wanted to do like I feel like I always get hung up on show names. Like it's gotta have a really good name. And I will say a lot of the WIUR shows have some really good names. Even the people that like don't want to do names for their show still end up with some pretty good names for their show. Like, even if you just did like Untitled James, it's like that's actually kind of tough as a radio show name. Like that's a really good one. Um but yeah, we need more like interactions with people in the chat cuz like I know no one's watching this and I know it's just me. So why do I keep doing it, you know? As I've been doing this all semester, and as I look forward into the future of what an end of the semester WIUR could be, I truly wonder what was and what could be. I wonder what's something else cool that I could say. What else happened? Oh, I guess I could probably do this. If I like shift and I take this down, I'll like repart my hair like the other way. This so it looks different. Okay. Good morning, Gales. Spring weekend's just around the corner, so make sure you come out to all the fun festivities. I know the Eastern Rice staff is doing a water balloon fight in 60-degree weather, so come freeze with me. It'll be so much fun. That'll be a good one. I'm hoping 32 minutes in the stuff that I have from other people's shows. I spoke on Anthony's show for a little bit. Um, there was that. I might add that clip of when I was at what's his name? Robbie. I was on Robbie's show for a little. I might add that, and then hopefully I can just cut some of this stuff. Like I went for 30 minutes. And this was all solid content. So I'm hoping maybe 30 minutes will be good enough to use because there is no more WIUR after this. Bye.